Palooza for DigitalFox.media. I'm here with
Josh. I'm Joshua Warner, the art director of SourcePoint Press.
and SourcePoint Press. Is a small press company doing a lot of big things. What types of books and genres do y'all publish, Josh?
We primarily work in horror and sci-fi, a little bit in steampunk fantasy, pulp noir, but primarily horror and sci-fi is our bread and butter, and seems to be what our fans are loving the most right now.
So you have more of a pulp field than a superhero field to the books you do then.
That's true. We don't do very much with superheroes, but when we do bring in some supernatural abilities or powers, they tend to have a unique twist on them that you don't generally see in the superhero market.
And when did you guys start?
We were founded in late 2012. We really started expanding in about 2014, and since then we've launched an immense line of both prose novels and comics and graphic novels, and are starting to move into movies and games as well.
And are you branching out to other media as well, or mostly in comics, or what's coming up for you guys?
Right now we have one movie completely finished based on one of our graphic novels, Rotten Tail. That's going to be coming out this October. And we have another movie moving into pre-production based on another one of our comic books, Monstrous by Greg Wright. And a couple surprises in the gaming industry coming up that we can't quite announce yet, but we're really, really excited.
So where do you see the future of SourcePoint going from here? I mean, trending further media, or kind of trying to balance between your print and your other projects?
The future is bright, for sure. We have our one foot kind of in licensing right now, so we're working with some really cool licenses, including Evil Dead 2, which is fantastic. We just completed a craft book that's on the market, and I'm hoping to possibly do more with that license or similar ones. And definitely bringing our creator-owned titles up to the next level, working with some of the most fantastic minds in the industry, ones that you've never heard of, but you will soon, and ones that you've heard of many, many times, such as Andy Schmidt, who runs Comics Experience, a fantastic online school for people looking to make comic books. We now publish Achilles Inc., which is one of his titles, and it's fantastic to work with such a legend in the industry.
Okay, next question. I'm trying to feel the spot. Do you think SourcePoint and companies like yourself are kind of a good, antidote for superhero overload people are getting these days?
That's a great question. I really do. We're kind of offering an alternative to what you're seeing on 90% of the comic book store shelves. If you're a fan of just good storytelling and you want to see something a little bit fresh and some things that aren't being done nearly enough in comic books, we are that alternative. And at the same time, we serve as a really good introduction to comic books for people who want to read comics but don't know where to start, because we focus on graphic novels and miniseries and not having to dive into massive, huge company-wide crossovers that require reading over 100 comic books to get a complete idea of a story. You don't find any of that here. Everything's real bite-sized and real easy and ready to jump into. So we're definitely doing something a little bit different than what you see with most superhero titles, for sure.
Thanks. And on the Comics Experience side, does that help you mentor or uplift new creators in that way, and maybe bring them to the fold or pat them on the head, send them to different places?
Yes, we absolutely love our new partnership with Comics Experience. Some of the greatest, freshest talent is being mentored by Andy Schmidt himself. They're coming out with brand new skills, brand new ideas, and you know they're doing it right because they've gone through this process, they've gone through Comics Experience. It gives us direct access to fantastic creators that are up and coming and going to be really taking the industry by storm. So we're really excited to be seeing such pure quality content from people you probably haven't heard of yet.
Well, thank you for your time, sir. I hope you have a lot of success.
Thank you. Appreciate it.